Alright, so we got this article here, Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes Community Update. It's titled very vaguely like that, but when I was checking this out, it is practically a road ahead or state of the galaxy or whatever you want to call it. I guess a road ahead. There's a lot here. They tell us about tons of stuff, so let's just get into it. Hey all the heroes, welcome to a Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes community update. Today we will be giving you insights into the new mercenary tag and characters like Baylan Skoll, and a small snippet of GL Ahsoka. As a reminder, anything is subject to change, but without further ado, enjoy our first topic, the mercenary tag. We look forward to reading and watching your reactions. What is the mercenary tag? Mercenary is a new faction that represents the soldiers of fortune of the Star Wars universe. Unlike bounty hunters who are paid to bring in a specific target, mercenaries are paid to perform a job, usually one involving or likely involving combat. Things like being a bodyguard or attacking an installation on behalf of a third party, their employer. Why did we make a mercenary tag? There are a lot of characters in Star Wars who are guns for hire, and whose loyalty belongs more to credits than any given side in a conflict. This does not mean they are neutral characters, as almost every character in Star Wars has a pull towards light side or dark side in the grand scheme of things. Isn't a mercenary like a bounty hunter? A bounty hunter can be considered an extremely specialized mercenary, yes, but not all mercs are bounty hunters. For gameplay purposes, we're trying to keep bounty hunters and mercenaries separated as much as possible. You're one or the other, unless that version of the character is specifically seen doing both bounty hunting and broader mercenary work, like Chrysanthemum, for instance. Will there be any new characters coming to SWGOH with the mercenary tag? There are 3 new characters coming to SWGOH with the mercenary tag this year. Baylan Skoll will be the leader, and Shin Hati and Marek will be mercenaries designed to work under him. Additionally, many, but not all, characters who have been defined as mercenaries in lore will receive the mercenary tag, making them synergize with other mercenaries, and especially Baylan Skoll. Baylan Skoll is the Sith guy from Ahsoka Tano show, right? I didn't know he was like a merc. I thought he was just some kind of weird Sith or whatever. Like, what I mean by weird Sith is I don't think he's a true Sith, but I thought he was something like Kylo. You know, Kylo's not a Sith either, but he's dark side, Force user, red lightsaber, and all that. I thought that's what Baylan Skoll was. I know he's a merc. How do old and new mercenaries work together? Well, obviously this is just going to be like a dumb faction thing, so they'll work together just fine in their own goofy way, like Old Republic or whatever. Or, well, I guess that's a real faction, but you know what I mean, like a weird sub-faction, like, I can't think of anything off the top of my head, but you know, like being droid or something. No, that would work together too most times. I don't know. I'll just read this. Mercenaries are the only faction that can have the Soldier of Fortune effect. Every time I read that, I keep thinking of that game that came out back in like Xbox regular days. I was gonna say 1, but there is a system called Xbox One, and then that would still be confusing as to which one I'm referencing. This is a stacking blue status effect that does nothing on its own, but when paired with the new mercenaries, various effects will be added to the character in question based on the number of stacks of soft they have. Only a mercenary leader can have the ability to give stacks of soft to all/other mercenaries on their squad. Initially, this is only Baylan Skoll. Baylan, Shin, and Marek will all have effects that they give to all mercenaries based on the number of soft stacks they have. Baylan, Shin, and Marek also have ways to gain and lose stacks of Soldier of Fortune for themselves in their own kits. This allows Shin and Marek to synergize even without Baylan in the squad. Older characters with the mercenary tag will be able to gain soft stacks from the method given by the mercenary leader, initially only Baylan Skoll. Older characters with the mercenary tag will benefit from the effects that Baylan, Shin, Marek, and all future mercenaries bring to the table in regards to Soldier of Fortune stacks. Why have they been abbreviating it to soft all along, and then now all of a sudden they want to spell it out again? Example, a squad made up of Baylan Skoll, Shin Hati, Marek, Han Solo, and Dash Rendar will see Baylan handing out soft stacks to everyone, including himself. Shin and Merrick will also be adding stacks to themselves, and Han and Dash are reliant on gaining stacks from Balin's skull. Example continued. Balin will give all mercenaries with Soldier of Fortune effects a stacking buff, will call buff 1. Shin will give them all a stacking buff, will call buff 2. Merrick will give them all a stacking buff, will call buff 3. Because of this, all 5 members of the squad, including Han and Dash, will have buff 1, 2, and 3 in varying levels of efficacy, because the amount of Soldier of Fortune stacks they have will not be identical to one another, due to different ways each character can gain or lose them. Being able to put Soldier of Fortune stacks on older characters and having them reap benefits from those stacks via the new mercenary characters will make for an exciting time of squad building, as players will experiment to find which of the older mercenaries can improve the squads the most. Yeah, it's like the Mandalorian squad, how, a couple of them bounty hunters also have the Mandalorian tag, and so you can add those to a, Maul-led team, or not, and kind of experiment with that. That's what this makes me think of, like, oh, which bounty hunters do I want to turn into mercs now? Will previously released characters get the mercenary tag? Well, looks like there's a whole bunch of them. You got Balin Skull, Boba Fett, Cad Bane, Candace Ordo, Cara Dune. Cara Dune? That's funny, she's not even a bounty hunter. So it's not only bounty hunter characters getting this? Well, yeah, because he said Han Solo, I didn't even think of that. Anyways, Dash Render, Dangar, Doc Afra, Embo, Fennec Shan, Han Solo, Hondo, Jango Fett, Jedi Knight, Cal Kestis, Chrysanthemum, Kaliktarn, Leet, Merrick, Mission Val, Kira, Sarastanos, Shinhati, the Mandalorian, Beskar Armor. Jeez, he's gonna have like 9,000 tags. He has Mandalorian, Bounty Hunter. No, he doesn't have Bounty Hunter, does he? No, but he has Mandalorian. He has like Leader, Light Side, something else, I think. Now he's gonna have Mercenary. Vander Chewie, Vet Han, Young Lando, Zalbar, and Zam. The designers of the upcoming mercenaries wanted to give a little rundown of their characters, so here we go. And that's already been a lot, and we're only talking about part 1 of this. Like I said, there's a lot here. So anyways, let's just continue. Shinhati and her master Balin appear to be self-sufficient mercenaries in the Ahsoka show. Yes, I didn't know there were mercenaries though. Their seamless coordination and prowess in every mission is reflected in Shinhati's design kit. Alongside them is Merrick, whose support amplifies Shinhati's effectiveness. Shinhati's character is defined by her grace in combat, her lightsaber skills, combined with the use of the Force. These attributes are central to her design as an agility attacker in the game. Her kit reflects the careful consideration of her quick-wittedness, which captures her ability to escape from perilous situations with ease. Players are encouraged to dive into the game and explore the depth of Shinhati's skills. May your adventures with her be as exhilarating as her journey. Merrick is a very interesting character to work with. In the show, he doesn't speak much, but appears alongside Shinhati. He's a mysterious character, about whom we don't know much, so there is a sense of excitement whenever he is on screen. Merrick also has 2 crucial encounters with the formidable Ahsoka, showcasing his combat expertise. My intention for Merrick's kit is to highlight his skills as a fighter, and how he supports his allies during critical moments in the story. The mystery he brings to the table is very exciting, and I'm looking forward to revealing him to you all. Balin Skull. Balin has proven to be a big challenge during development simply because Ray Stevenson brought so much nuance to the character that we wanted to make sure it was included and felt in the kit so that it was right. The way that his fight scenes played out in the Ahsoka show, Balin felt like more than just a powerful Force user. He put all of his physical stature into his fighting style as well. He is brutal, but calculating and intentional. Even as we see Ahsoka start to struggle in the fight, Balin only seems to get stronger. He is a tank in label, but in reality he is also a bit of a bruiser, a juggernaut in playstyle. His kit was developed with the idea that he will only get stronger as the battle continues, even as his opponent tires or weakens. It's been an honor to get to work on this kit and bring this character into our game. And I hope that the players enjoy all of the details we tried to incorporate based on Rey's portrayal of the character. I didn't like the show. The Ahsoka show sucked, but Baylan Skoll was pretty cool. I did like his character, so kind of looking forward to this one coming to the game. Galactic Legend Ahsoka Tano. Maybe it's more of her requirements or something like that. We'll see. While development of GL Ahsoka Tano is still at its early stages, we wanted to reach out to the designer working on them. Reach out to the designer working on them? You mean working on her? Who's the brain dead moron who wrote this? Well, we wanted to reach out to the designer working on them. Ahsoka is obviously a woman. Rosario, what's her name? Dawson. Daddario? Dawson? I don't know. Whatever the heck her real life name is. She's a woman. Why would you put them? So stupid. That's why I hate Tusken Dickhead Meathead, whatever the retard's name is. Him and his dumb woke nonsense all the time. How's development going on GL Ahsoka? Any early indicators of what direction you'd like to take her? CG Mouse. Oh, now you know how to say her. Though it is still heavily in progress and subject to rigorous changes, she'll be fulfilling a tanking role for her team, with an emphasis on battlefield control, and, like many other light-side Galactic Legends, she will rely on her allies heavily. Though, certainly, she will be no slouch should the tables turn and she finds herself seemingly alone in the vastness of the galaxy. Feels like she's got some experience in this department. What is the hardest part of making a Galactic Legend, and how do you overcome it? CG Mouse. Honestly, I feel like making a GL is probably simple. The whole point of a GL is to be ridiculously OP, so whatever ideas you got, boom, they're good. Like, holding back. Like many characters, we want to capture the essence of the snapshot in time we're taking of them. This character has gone through many journeys and likely grown considerably in who they are since their first appearance. Okay, considerably in who she is since her first appearance. As such, we want to make sure we're capturing those moments authentically. While this is an experience on every character we make, it's especially important and extra challenging on Galactic Legends characters, who often represent the ultimate or peak version of that character. I mean, I guess I get it from this perspective, how it could be difficult, because you want to make them as, like, awesome as they could be based on maybe what we've seen, but at the same time, it's a GL. Like I said, anything goes. Come up with a super OP move, boom, bam, done, there you go. Mechanically, Galactic Legends can be challenging because there's a lot more allowance and room for more complex mechanics, and while that can be very liberating from a creative point of view, it also brings plenty of considerations as well. Overall, there's just more expectations for how a Galactic Legend will play, feel, and perform in the game, and when you combine all of those factors together, it adds up to quite a lot. We overcome these challenges by heavily collaborating with one another and doing tons of research. Actor interviews, when relevant, clips, re-watching shows and movies, books, it's all on the table. And we can do some pretty deep dives to find those key moments that best represent the character. Mechanically and balance-wise, it's all about a lot of changes, tweaks, and iterations very rapidly. Try an effect, test how it feels, test how it performs, adjust, remove, or add as necessary, and do that repeatedly for months at a time, and verifying those findings with colleagues. It's an incredibly collaborative and fulfilling process despite the challenges, or perhaps even partially because of them. We are also excited to provide a very early look at a new ship making its way to the holotables in the near future. Punishing One. The ship flown by the bounty hunter Dengar is a modified Jumpmaster 5000, which is known for its uniquely asymmetrical design. Dengar's ship famously had no holding cells in order to transport his bounty hunting targets, so he would just take the former option of wanted dead or alive and just transport his targets via the cargo hold instead. Now for a quick breakdown from the designer. It's kind of funny that Dengar's ship is coming out now. Dengar's been in the game forever, and now he finally gets a ship. The Punishing One. Dengar's ship, the Punishing One, is meant to provide another option for the Executor fleet. Adding the Punishing One to the starting lineup of the Executor fleet should help the fleet perform better against most matchups. Leviathan will remain a difficult matchup, but Executor should be able to hold more consistently against everyone else. Also, in other words, you'll still always lose against the Leviathan because we want the Leviathan to be the absolute maximum OP ship at the time, but you'll have an easier time beating Radishes. Thank you all for stopping by our community update / basically a road ahead. There are a lot of great things coming to SWGOH, and we're happy to be able to share them with you and look forward to giving our next update in the future. We look forward to watching and reading your reactions. No, you don't, because I make fun of you putting your stupid them bullshit all the time, and you're still going to do it, so... Until next time, see you on the hot table. SWGOH Dev Team. You mean Tuscan Dickbag, that's about it. It's not the team. There's only one moron that puts them for a clear female. See, it's right here. Tuscan Dickhead. CG Dickhead. Anyways, that was it. Like I said, pretty beefy. There was a lot going on here. Like a mini road ahead or State of the Galaxy or whatever you want to call it. But yeah, I guess that's all I got. So thanks for checking this out with me. And until next time, I said see ya.